Hi guys, I want to give you a quick recap of what we worked on in class today just to clear anything up there. The first thing we saw was when we have a binomial squared, meaning we have something like a plus b squared, all right? Well, that means a plus b times a plus b. You could always write it out if you wanted, but after you multiply that, it's going to come out to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. That means we have the first thing squared, the second thing gets squared, and the middle term is going to be the product times 2, the product of the two. So if I want to find out what x plus 5 squared is, I'm going to do the first thing squared, that's x squared. Then we're going to do the last thing squared, that's going to be plus 5, that's 25. So 5 squared and x squared. And then I'm going to multiply these and double. When I multiply these, I get 5x, and I'm going to double that. 2 times 5 is 10x. Maybe I'll just write it out as free 2 times 5x. All right? So that we can clean up is x squared plus 10x plus 25. Okay, and that's what you would get if you would have wrote this out, x plus 5 times x plus 5. If it's a minus, the only difference is the middle is going to be minus 2ab. Okay, so we square the first thing here. Now if it's 2x, 2x times 2x, 2x times 2x is going to be 4x squared, all right? And then I'm going to have minus 3 times minus 3. That's going to be a plus 9. And then we're going to multiply these and double these. So we're going to multiply and double. What do we get when we multiply them? Well, 2x times 3, that's going to be 6x. And then we're going to double that. So we get 6 times 2 is 12. So we get 12x. So 4x squared plus 12x plus 9. That's the idea. And those are the patterns we saw today in class. So, just a few practice ones here. We can square the first thing. 2f squared is 4f squared. 2f times 2f. 1 squared is 1, so we're going to go plus 1. And then if we multiply these, we get 1 times 2f, that's 2f. And then we got to double that. So 2f times 2 is 4f. And this one's going to be minus because of this minus right here. Okay? How about these ones here? Well, we square the first. We get 4a squared. We square the second. That's b squared. Then we're going to multiply these. 2a times b is 2ab. And then we double that. 2ab doubled is 4ab. Okay? Again, if you wanted to, you're welcome to write these out. 2a plus b times 2a plus b. And then we can distribute, and we will get here. Couple more there. What if we square this? If we square this, negative 7 times negative 7 is 49. T times t is t squared. Square the 4, we get 16. Now multiply them. 4 times negative 7 is negative 28. Negative 28 doubled is negative 56. Multiply and double to get the middle one. Square the first one, that's 144. Square the second thing, negative n times negative n, that's positive n squared. Multiply them, we get positive 12n, because a negative times a negative is positive, and 12 doubled is 24. Square the first, square the second, multiply and double to get the middle. Okay? One more pattern we saw in class here was this difference of two squares, or this calls it a sum and difference here on these handout here. And so when we multiply these, we get a times a is a squared. A times B was minus AB. B times A is a positive AB. And B times negative B is negative B squared. These middle ones cancel out. And we're left with A squared minus B squared. So it turns out nice if we realize that it's in that form, x plus 3, x minus 3. They look exactly the same, but the sign is different. All you got to do is square the first thing, x squared. Square the second thing, 3 squared is 9. And it's going to be minus. That's all you got to do. If you want to multiply the whole thing out, you can, but it's going to be a whole lot easier just to do this. Same thing, just plus and minus. Square the 8, you get 64. Square 3a, 3a times 3a is 9a squared. And it's going to be a minus. So this is our a and our b, a squared minus b squared. One more here. We got a minus and a plus, same thing, just different signs. So we have p times p is p squared. We don't need to write the middle ones because they're going to cancel out. Negative 10 times positive 10 is negative 100. Q times q is q squared. P squared minus 100q squared. And that's how it works. All right, so two special products that if we can always write them out. That's fine if you want to write them out. Okay, you can multiply this out. Just multiply, 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 multiply. That's fine. But if you understand this shortcut, we can get right to it. All right, so that should hopefully help. Good luck.